Hold your line, design your beds, grow very own garden, dude. Such misleading ads, dude. Hello everyone, I'm Hude from State 109, and I will do two things today. First, I will cover the new message from devs, and I want everyone to actually participate in this, because that is what will decide if next season will be Doomsday or Total War or Eden. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so here we have your ID. Here we have state, number, desired Doomsday Conquest mode, Eden, reason of choice, it's generally more fun and not so stressful. Reason for not picking the other method. The rewards for Total War are very bad. You don't even have any quests to get Doomsday coins. Easy. Other suggestions? Implement Oblivion. There we go. That's what I've done. And the second part of this video will be to dissect the new heroes. So let's start with Misfortune from League of Legends, aka Scarlet Siren. So she is a fighter hero. She has 100% chance to deal 100% damage to enemy front row and 40% chance to deal additional 500 damage to enemy with lowest troops, which is going to be the first row, most likely. So that's a decent damage dealing ability, and if it was a shooter hero, this would be so powerful. But fighters don't deal that much damage, honestly. Let's go to 5th skill. 1 turn prep, 40% chance to attack 5 times. Each attack selected a random enemy squad, with each attack dealing 150% damage. Each attack also has 65% chance to apply status based on the enemy squad for 1 turn. Disarm for shooters, silence for fighters, and vehicles. Disarm and silence debuffs can stack up to 2 stacks. What?! Wow. Alright. On turn 1, 4, 7, set burning status to 2 random enemy squads for 2 turns, dealing 150% damage each turn. This hero squad gains 35% countering against vehicles, and all allies will get 50% skill damage against burning targets. Wow. Wow. So what do I think about this hero? The burning status and the increased skill damage is incredible. And from top of my head, I can think of few heroes that could take use of this. Actually, a lot. Counter against vehicles and all allies deal. Okay. 1, 4, and 7. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Alright. 1 turn prep. This is incredible as well, dude! Like, and it can stack up to 2 stacks, which means it could disable. Okay, effective range 5 though. So if it's in a front row, which it would be in a front row, it can actually hit Nomad. And disarming Nomad for 2 turns would be crucial to most of the current strategies. Silence of fighters, so that's nothing impressive, because Tech Priestess even silenced can heal. But for vehicles, like silencing Heaven's Redemption, for example, he wouldn't be able to heal. It's overall very good. So this is honestly a hero that will be played. It will be played in the front row. Very likely. Maybe not in the front row, but the bonus, the counter status against vehicles, yeah, it's only 35%, so she doesn't really need to be in the front row. Though what I think, this could be very good. Like, it could be combined with Inquisitor, even Inquisitor. Like, can you imagine? Let's see. The burning status is applied with this skill. So definitely on turn 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7, 8, the enemies will be burning. 2 of the random enemy squads will be burning. And she has range 6 on this. She has effective range 6 on this, which means even in the backline, she will be able to hit Nomad. Even in backline, for fuck's sake. Holy shit. Okay, so for 6 turns out of 8, the enemies will be burning. And this could be used by many heroes. Holy and the 5th skill has 40% chance to attack 5 times, which is incredible, because it's gonna not only deal damage, but it will apply a crowd control status, and the chance to apply the status is 65%. Well, if you combine this, for example, with Tracker, who, by the way, will increase the chance by 10% of the 5th skill, and on turn 5 will be increased by 30%. Maybe. But it's 1 turn prep though. It's 1 turn prep. But even so, combining that with Tracker would be decent idea, because the back row will get +1 normal attack and plus 60% damage to their skills. Now, this is increasing the skill damage by 50% against burning targets, and the targets will be burning pretty much the whole time. And it will also deal decent damage to those burning targets. So I would combine that with Tracker and I would even say Nomad in the back row. Like, shit, man. It will be better than Hunk. So what I'm thinking is replace Hunk in current formations, Hunk, Tracker, Nomad, with Scarlet, Siren, Tracker, Nomad. Pretty much. She could be also used, like, if you don't have Nomad or if you don't have anyone else. What heroes could work with Siren, right? So let's see. She's increasing the skill damage and applying burning status the whole time. First thing that came into my mind was not Captain, but Inquisitor. Because increased damage by shooters by 50%, that's okay-ish. 35% chance to deal 315% damage to 2 random enemy squads. And if the target is in flammable status, which it will be pretty much the whole time, there is 50% chance to put in suppression mode, unable to take actions for 2 turns. Right? So... right? With this, and a little bit of luck, they could be suppressed half of the battle. And that's not with luck. That is like the usual. And how many? 2 targets. Effective range only 4, so it will not hit Nomad. But even that is pretty good. And it also applies disarm status. Like Inquisitor could be used with combination with Siren, Valkyrie. I think the best combination would be with Tracker and Nomad, honestly. But if you want only shooter formation, only like fighter formation, I would pair her with Lone Wolf in the back row, and I would even say, for example, Viscount in the front row. That would be like the damage formation, but honestly it will not work. So pure fighter formations are not used anymore. I'm saying this because they don't work at all. Technically, you would be able to pair her with Tech Priestess and Lone Wolf. But I really like the Viscount, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, by the way, I got Viscount from free recruitments, which is good. But yeah, so pure fighter formations wouldn't be working. And if you wanted just one shooter, I would go with Siren, Tech Priestess, and then I would put in Nomad or Hummingbird. Both of those are pretty good. But let's stick with Tracker and Nomad. Now I will go to other hero. Cyber John Wick, alias Shadow. The Siren is incredible. Each time your squad takes damage, gain 25% evade chance, stackable up to 100%. After successful evasion, the bonus evasion chance from this skill will be reset. Okay, so technically it's a front row hero based on this skill, because whenever this squad takes damage, and keep in mind that this means skill damage and basic damage, so he would be dodging quite a lot. Second skill, 40% chance to trigger. It's a passive skill, right? Combat skill. Okay, so Pity. 2 friendly squads siphon. 60%. What? 60% might and resistance from 1 random enemy squad. I see, so they're stealing. In the meantime, basic orange basic attack has 100% chance to deal 200% bonus damage for 1 turn. Okay. And it's a shooter hero on top of that. Okay. 33% chance to recover 80% troops. It's a prep skill. What? After a successful evasion. Chance to take 35% reduced damage, 33% chance to cause 2 random enemy squads take 15% more damage. Each chance is calculated individually and does not stack. Technically, this prep skill is awesome. It will be cast before the combat even begins, and after a successful evasion, 33% after a successful evasion. So what I think about this, each effect lasts for 2 turns. Okay, so a lot of things is coming to my mind right now, and I don't know how to express them. So technically, this is front row hero, definitely, but I was thinking about crazy things, right? Like how to get the most use of this last ability, and if it's like 100% chance to something happen after a successful evasion, we could technically try to boost the evasion through the roof. But I don't know, like it says after a successful evasion. I don't know if that means that if other squads evade, this skill will happen, but I don't think so. I think it's evasion only from this one. So what would be cool, I mean, I haven't tested anything, I don't have those heroes, nobody has those heroes for now, but having it paired with Wanderer, where is that bitch? There we go. He has skill, 50% chance to have the front row have 100% chance of evasion on next 3 damage taken, lasting 2 turns, right? So, you know, if we boost the evasion status of the front row, and he would be constantly evading, he would be constantly healing and increasing damage taken for enemy squads and reducing damage taken. The effects of the shadow are not stackable, I think. Does not stack, yeah. So the recover will always heal, right? But it cannot stack the reduced damage taken, which is like obvious, kind of. And 15% more damage for enemy squads. Yeah, I wouldn't pair it with Wanderer, because there is too many abilities that cannot be stacked. It was just a little thought, something that I would like to try, but you know, it's just for the testing purposes. I don't think it's gonna work either way. Each basic attack has 100% chance to deal 250% damage for 2 random squads. So pairing this with Nomad and and it doesn't say that it has to be a shooter squad in your team, so we need to boost the damage from basic attacks as well. In the meantime, basic attacks has 100% chance to deal 250% damage for 1 turn, which means not 1 attack but 1 turn. What that means is having something like Major Anastasia that will give +1 attack for the back row, or Tracker. I mean, Tracker is not as actually it is, but I don't think that it will be stronger with Tracker and Nomad than the fighter hero. But it could. Like, the first combination that I think of is Shadow, Tracker, Nomad. It would be full shooter formation, which means that will be with increased might and resistance from the buildings. It would have some other shit. And this is 40% might, so boosting might of Nomad. Technically, this hero is overall good, and he doesn't, like, his 5th ability is obviously strong with Nomad, right? Because Nomad has pretty powerful basic attacks, and this boosts basic attacks like crazy. So Nomad would be very powerful in the backline, and someone that boosts, like, increasing the amounts of attacks that are happening. Yeah, it's basic attack, right? I was thinking for a moment that it would be like attack 5 times, and each attack dealing something, but I don't think it's counted as basic attack. I should have tested it, because the Knight has the same ability, and we have the Nomad for the Knight for a long time. But generally, something that boosts amounts of basic attacks dealt, and something that has powerful basic attacks. For example, even having, like, he doesn't need shooters in his formation, and that would mean you could even combine that with something like Major Anastasia and Ivan, for example, because Ivan has incredible basic attacks, and Anna will make him attack twice. Could be, and could be not good. I mean, it will obviously be good, but I don't think it will be the strongest formation. That's the thing that has to be left for testing purposes, but I shared my opinion. Nomad would be very powerful with this one, and Nomad would be very powerful with this one as well. But if you want to keep Tracker and Nomad for this one, there are ways to go with the other hero as well. Like, this boosts skill damage, right? So technically, going with Tracker, Hummingbird might be even slightly better than with Nomad, and with this that would leave you with Nomad for the Shadow, and, for example, put in Major Anastasia Koshei, something like that. And if you put in Koshei, like, Koshei has ability to increase the basic attacks as well, I think. I'm not quite sure right now. Yeah, so 35% chance to make him attack twice with 30% increased damage. So that would be alright, but it's only 35% chance. But it's for 2 turns. It could be very good with Koshei as well. And it has self-recovery. So I would say, if you want formations from me for these 2 new heroes, I would say Scarlet, Tracker, Hummingbird, and Shadow, Koshei, Nomad. That's what I think would be like the strongest right now. Actually, let me check Hummingbird, because I need to check Hummingbird's 5th skill. Yeah. It is what it is. So, thank you guys. I know it was a long video. Thank you guys for watching it until the end, and see you in the next one. Bye.